Чтобы выполнить гособоронзаказ, Омский завод работает круглосуточно. Штат увеличили в 3 раза. Сергей, слесарь-сборщик, на производство устроился сразу после армии.
Ответственности. Я стараюсь не для себя, а для пацанов, которые там.
Боевую машину постоянно.
Despite the ongoing economic sanctions imposed by the West following Russia's 2014 annexation of Crimea and its invasion of Ukraine in 2022, Omsk Transmash, one of Russia's largest tank manufacturing plants, shows no signs of slowing down. The factory continues operating around the clock, with production ramped up to meet the needs of the Russian military. A video recently published by Patricia Marins on her X profile, sourced from Russian state television channel Rossiya 1, offers a rare glimpse into the factory's operations. In order to satisfy the demands of the Russian military, the Omsk factory works 24 hours a day, having tripled its workforce, reads a report from Ksenia Klimina, the journalist behind the footage. The video showcases a significant volume of tank chassis being assembled and modernized. Russian forces have already begun sending the upgraded T-80 BVM and T-90M Proryev tanks into Ukraine, equipped with factory-installed anti-drone grids, known as cope cages. One thing that stands out from the video is the heavily manual nature of the work. The only mechanized operation visible is the use of a rail crane, which moves tank chassis from one part of the factory to another. This underscores the hands-on nature of the assembly process at Omsk Transmash. In addition, the video reveals that the factory has enlisted former soldiers, many of whom served in the ongoing war in Ukraine. These veterans, discharged from service, have returned to civilian life and now work at the plant as assemblers and in other roles. "I'm not doing it for myself, but for the guys fighting on the front," says Sergey, one of these former soldiers turned factory workers in the video. While the exact timing of the video's production is unclear, it is noted by Patricia Marins that work at Omsk Transmash in 2025 seems far more intense than in recent years, implying a significant uptick in the factory's output. Marins also shares some interesting insights from the footage, specifically regarding the T-80. She points out that the T-80, when modernized to the BVM standard, is arguably one of Russia's best tanks, though its repair process is notoriously time-consuming. Diesel engines have been modified multiple times, and the gas turbines have seen several iterations, with improvements aimed at creating a more powerful and reliable next-generation turbine. This is probably why the Ukrainians quickly adopted the diesel engine in their T-80UD version, Marins suggests. The issue with gas turbines is that they are not necessarily a wise investment for the defense industry. Tanks like the M1 Abrams, which use this technology, incur 40% higher maintenance costs and emit so much heat that infantry cannot effectively operate behind them. This is a major reason why the T-72, Russia's workhorse tank, remains the backbone of the country's armored forces. The T-72 is highly reliable, inexpensive, easy to maintain, and notably lightweight. Despite decades of Western research, no comparable tank has been developed to date. In the shadow of the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, Russia has been revitalizing its armored arsenal with a particular focus on the T-80 BVM, an upgrade that transforms the Cold War-era T-80 tank into a modern fighting machine. The T-80 BVM isn't just a relic dusted off from the deep reserves of Russian military storage. It's a testament to the Kremlin's strategy of enhancing existing hardware over developing entirely new platforms, given the economic and technological constraints it faces today. The T-80 BVM emerges as a bridge between the Soviet Union's past and Russia's current military ambitions. Its revitalization began in 2017 when the first modernized units rolled out, showcasing a blend of old and new technology aimed at extending the life and combat effectiveness of these tanks. The heart of this upgrade lies in its firepower, protection, and mobility, areas where the original T-80 had shown vulnerabilities, particularly in urban combat scenarios. The tank's main armament is the 125mm 2A46M4 smoothbore gun, a significant upgrade from its predecessor, capable of firing a variety of ammunition including the latest APFSDS rounds like SVINETS-1, tungsten, and SVINETS-2, depleted uranium, which offer superior penetration capabilities against modern armor. The autoloader has been refined to handle these new rounds efficiently, ensuring a high rate of fire. Additionally, the T-80 BVM can deploy the 9M119M Inver, Reflex M, anti-tank guided missile through its main gun, giving it the reach and precision to engage targets at up to 5 kilometers, a critical asset in modern battlefield dynamics where standoff capabilities can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Protection has seen a quantum leap with the integration of the Relict Explosive Reactive Armor era, which replaces the older KONTA KT-1 system. Relict provides a multi-layered defense against both kinetic energy penetrators and shaped charges, significantly enhancing the tank's survivability against threats like the Javelin and NLAW missiles, which have wreaked havoc on Russian armor in Ukraine. The tank's layout, however, still suffers from the dense packing of ammunition and crew, a design flaw inherited from its Soviet predecessors, making it prone to catastrophic failures if hit in certain areas. Mobility has always been one of the T-80's hallmarks, thanks to its gas turbine engine, which, while fuel-thirsty, offers unmatched speed and cold start capabilities vital in Russia's harsh climates. The T-80 BVM's GTD1250 engine not only maintains this advantage but has been tweaked for slightly better fuel efficiency, although it remains a logistical challenge compared to diesel engines. The tank's operational range on roads can extend to 500 kilometers, though this is significantly reduced off-road, where the terrain and combat conditions dictate movement. The T-80 BVM's optics and fire control systems have been brought up to date with the Sosna U gunner's sight, akin to those on the T-90A, providing thermal imaging for night and adverse weather operations. This upgrade enhances target acquisition and accuracy, crucial in an era where engagements can occur at extended ranges with high-speed targets. However, the narrative around the T-80 BVM isn't without its controversies. Critics argue that while the T-80 BVM has been described by Russian officials as performing effectively in Ukraine, it still lags behind Western tanks in terms of crew survivability and overall protection. The tank's deployment in Ukraine has been a mixed bag, with reports of significant losses juxtaposed against claims of operational success, highlighting the harsh realities of modern combat where technology meets human ingenuity and adaptability. The T-80 BVM, with its blend of legacy and modernization, is a microcosm of Russia's broader military strategy, enhancing what it has while dreaming of what it could have. As the conflict in Ukraine grinds on, the T-80 BVM will continue to be a central figure in the armored clashes that define this new era of warfare, its performance scrutinized by both allies and adversaries alike under the unforgiving gaze of contemporary battlefields.